Oh, what's up, dude?
What's up? What are you doing?
Smoking a joint. You want some?
No, man, that's illegal. What are you talking about?
No, it's not. It's Delta-8 THC.
What's that?
So Delta-8, I heard about it around the beginning of October. That's when we started bringing it into our shop, and it was only 2 strains that we were really carrying, and there was a lot of skepticisms with it, but then once we actually took a deep dive into it with customers and ourselves, we really realized that there was something like really special about it, for sure.
I mean, it's a big hit. It's what everybody's looking for. Some people don't like it because it does give more head effects, but if people are looking for that, then yeah, it helps, and it's legal, so there's no risk of trouble or anything like that, you know?
A way I tell people, especially new people, to look at Delta-8 THC is imagine if your typical Delta-9 THC, the THC from the cannabis sativa plant, and CBD had a baby. That's a good way to look at Delta-8 because it is going to be psychoactive. There's a reason THC is in the name, but it's going to be all the THC derived from the hemp plant, which became legal to cultivate, study, use, and sell when the 2018 Farm Bill passed. And that's how Delta-8 THC is legal, because as long as it's, derived from the hemp plant, it contains less than 0.3 Delta-9 THC, just like CBD products, then it's federally legal in all 50 states. So we test everything from like the oil to the empty cart to the cart filled with the oil, so everything's tested for safety and everything, and if one thing tests as bad, we don't sell it.
And so what is your process about getting Delta into your store?
So basically, a lot of our suppliers we already use carry Delta-8 products too. So it's really as simple as having a tobacco license, oddly enough, even though there's nothing related to tobacco, and making an order through the same streams we already do. Okay. So yeah, as well as checking the COAs, which is Certificate of Analysis, and that's the lab report showing that the Delta-9 THC levels are low enough to be legal.
Actually, way more common to find lab tests that come in hot, more than less. So we mainly look for niche products, and whenever we see that, we always make sure they derive some samples for us. We always make sure their COA lab work is on par, and we also do third-party lab testing on top of that. We're extremely strict about it because a lot of people are getting in a lot of trouble, whether it's the vendors or the merchants. So yeah, we always make sure that it's good.
So on its own, you're going to get pretty good effects. It's going to be more of a grounded feeling. You're going to feel in control, but you're definitely going to notice that stress relief, pain relief, and just an overall just feeling good without the bad effects associated with Delta-9 like anxiety, paranoia. Additionally, Delta-8 doesn't cause cotton mouth. That one, there's not too much science behind, but I have not met one person who, likes cotton mouth.
For me personally, I'm definitely an avid cannabis user. I believe in the medical aspects of it, and I believe in its safe recreational aspects. For me, it was totally life-changing because it was so much more functional, and it didn't exacerbate my anxiety like normal THC did. So I found it as a very good option for a specific kind of person. So it really did change a lot of people's lives for the better.
Now, impairment is gonna be there with Delta-8, so that being said, just like you wouldn't drive down the highway taking shots of tequila, don't drive down the highway taking shots of like Delta-8, all it takes is one bad apple, for someone to, get into a serious crash and say, oh, I got it from this smoke shop, they said it was perfectly fun to drive on, where we don't want any of that happening, so that's why I make it a point, to fully educate people. Tell them, hey, this is not going to be something that gives you a small buzz. Yes, it's legal, but yes, it's going to be very strong and effective in a good way, especially compared to the black market products around here, which are never true to the advertisement.
And so how do you see this affecting the future of normal marijuana and Delta-9 THC?
I see more praise than criticism coming out of it because, with that New York Times article, especially that, it brought a lot of light to it. And I think it's making people more culturally relative to the potential of having a safer recreational experience other than alcohol. And it really does act like a really good beta tester for how cannabis would do nationally in America. And I'm seeing a lot of promising things.
So because they rewrote the hemp law, even after Delta-8 kind of came out, and they didn't mess around with it. So I think it's kind of a soft opening type of thing, kind of test it out, states allowed, and right now they're allowing it.
I'm thinking they're probably going to try one last effort of extreme prohibition, kind of like what they're doing now with the PACT Act, which if you're not familiar with that, that is basically a bill trying to, you know, ban the shipment of all vape products, e-cigarette or CBD. So I'm thinking they're going to try one last effort, you know, to try to ruin it for everyone. Once they see that it's not going to work and that people are going to do it no matter what, I think they'll probably give in and start with small baby steps of regulation. I think it's going to start off with a few more states doing it, like New Jersey being the first East Coast state to do it. I think after a few more states, especially in the Southeast region, start to regulate it, that's when I think a federal bill will pass. Because we have legalization on all three corners of the country except one, the side we're in, Georgia. So I think once that fourth corner, you know, has a little area where there's legalized states, I think, you know, the government will look at them and be like, okay, it's time to pull the plug. We can't stop people anymore.
Awesome.